Well, it's that time again where I show off custom Clone Trooper figures. Hooray! Aren't you all excited? Yeah, this video will showcase custom Clone Troopers that I've received, that I've made, blah 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 blah. And the first ones I want to show off are customs made by my friend Jason that he sent over to me. This custom is a custom 212th Clone Trooper in the Revenge of the Sith card, because if you didn't know, the 212th Trooper was not released in the original Revenge of the Sith line for some reason, and they just didn't. And my friend Jason just went ahead and made one for me. It's really cool. I actually do like the paint job on it, and a part of me wants to open him up and put him with my army, but I just really like this look. I'm actually planning on taking the Clone Trooper right there, the normal white one, and cutting that out and replacing it with the Saga Collection insert, because I have a spare one of that, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's a really cool little custom. I put him in a star case because it's worth it. L'Oreal, because you're worth it, right? Next up, we have a custom 327th Star Core, an ATRT driver. It's a really cool, simple custom. It's just so simple, but I love it. I've shown it off in videos before, but I just love this thing. It's just so cool. I can't get enough of how just interesting this is. It's such a simple custom. It's just a head and Bly's body with a little bit of paint, but it's just so cool. The look just satisfies me so much. Next up is a custom 212th Biker Scout that Jason made for me. However, he said go ahead and modify it and, you know, make additions to it, and I went ahead and kind of made it a mashup of Commander Cody and a 212th Trooper. I added, you know, the little triangle right there and just various 212th Trooper markings, and I added the Commander Cody style visor, you know, making that orange. Yeah, it's neat. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's as cool to me as the ATRT driver, but I still do like it. I think it's a neat addition to the collection. Next up is a custom I made a little while ago, and I'm actually very unhappy with this. I'm thinking about redoing it. It's a custom Clone Trooper Sergeant using this old 2002 mold, because from this old 2002 mold they made a yellow one, a red one, and a blue one, but they never made a green one. So I had a spare blue one, and I decided to make the green one myself, and for some reason I decided to use glossy green paint. It doesn't really look that bad on camera, but to me in person, I don't know, I just really don't like it. There's some random little specks of green paint that I just can't get off from random areas. It's just a little unsatisfying to me, but it's okay enough. I think it's okay enough to have in the army. It's a clone sergeant. It's something. It's something. Next up, I give you the simplest custom in the universe. I just painted his chin white. I typically don't like customizing figures that I only have one of, but the thing is, that chin not being painted white bothered me so much, I just had to do it myself. This figure looked so bad without that white chin, and it actually looks really good now. It's still one of my least favorite Clone Trooper figures, though, because it's just, I don't know, I don't really like the shade of red. It doesn't have the knees and the ankles and all that, but it's nice looking now. It actually looks complete. No clue why they decided to paint the little whites in the cheeks. You can barely see it, but they decided not to paint the obvious white chin. Yep, there's him. Next up, you may remember this guy from my previous custom Clone Trooper showcase, but I decided to add some things to him. This is a custom sent to me by a friend. It was just like a custom character he was working on, and I decided to add my own deco to it. And I just like this. I like the look of this a lot. It's got like this V thing going on. You can see this V that kind of is going on the midsection and the chest there. He has various triangle shapes on his head. He's got, you know, it almost looks like teeth in a way. It's just how the angles really worked out. I like it right there, and on the top of his head you can see it's got some triangles going on. I like this breather part right here because I painted little details on it, and I painted the little dots black. It's just so neat. I painted this little stripe blue, and the legs, the sculpting and the shaping of the leg armor, I decided to paint a certain part of it blue, and it just looks really good. Some parts were already painted blue, like the upper thighs and the middle V on the chest right there, the middle triangle, but the rest I pretty much painted myself. I just like the look of this. I just do. It's a neat custom. I like it. 2 out of 10. Before we move on to some of my best customs, I want to show off this one custom non-clone trooper. I had a spare battle droid commander, and because you don't really need 2 commanders when you only have like 2 troopers, I decided to customize him into a security battle droid. And yes, if you are wondering, the security battle droid in this deco was not featured in the Clone Wars cartoon. However, this is just my favorite battle droid look. I just love security battle droids, and I just wanted one in the animated Clone Wars look, so I made one myself. You can see where I had to wear off the yellow paint. Some of the yellow in the crevices on the head didn't really get out. I'll probably work on that more later, but because it's yellow over tan, it's not that noticeable, so I didn't really worry about it much. But the red paint, it just went on very smoothly. All of it was freehand because it's very simple little details. I just really like this thing. I think my custom paint job turned out really clean. It's probably the cleanest paint job I've ever done on a single figure. It's just really nice looking. It looks like an official release. I don't know. I just really like this. It's so neat. I love security battle droids, and I love seeing it in the animated style. Next up, before we get on to the 6-inch customs, I did make a custom 3¼ inch clone that took a lot of time and effort. If you remember my Turbo Tank unboxing, the guy sent me various clone troopers that kind of had mismatched hands and all that. He sent me a red eye, and I already have a red eye, and I decided to do some changes. I wore off all of the blue on him, and I decided to make him a Horn Company trooper. Now, if you're wondering, yes, the green is very bright on camera, and I have no clue why. It is about a couple shades darker in real life, in person, but yeah, this is a really, really difficult custom for me to make. You don't see a lot of Horn Company Clone Trooper customs. That's because it's quite the challenge to tackle with the thin little yellow lines and the various shapings of the green all over his armor. But I've wanted a Horn Company Trooper ever since they revealed the Kmart exclusive lock. They never released it, and here it is. I have it. Still no clue why it's showing up so bright on camera, but trust me, it is darker in person. It's a fantastic, like, I don't mean to brag, but I do like how this came out. It took a lot of time to make, especially wearing off all the blue on his armor and just getting it all looking nice and crisp. Yeah, I'm very proud of this guy. This is probably my favorite 3¼ inch custom so far. I love it. Next up, we're getting on to various 6-inch customs. I only have 2 to show you today. However, I made one of them ages ago. I made the 6-inch Incinerator Trooper so long ago that I don't even remember when. It's made out of a knockoff Black Series Sand Trooper with a Stormtrooper helmet sculpt. It's really... I keep talking about like how I don't want to brag, but yeah, I just really like the look of this. The orange pauldron came out nice. I had to paint that myself. A little extra attachment there on the thing. Yeah, the ammo thing. The red came out really nice and crisp, and I had to damage and wear that. He already had the tan weathering on him, of course, because he was a sand trooper before, so I just added some black lines here and there. It just came out really good. You can see all the details I painted on him. I've always loved Incinerator Troopers from The Force Unleashed, and yeah, just seeing a 6-inch version is pretty satisfying. Making customs, I would say, is way more fun in the 6-inch scale because it's a bigger scale you're working with, and you can add a way more smaller details, and it's just easier to fix mistakes at a larger scale. So yeah, there's the Incinerator Trooper. I really do like him. You can go back there. Finally, I decided to take a spare Black Series Commander Cody and make him movie accurate. I made him all battle damaged and worn. Yeah, you can see all of the little scratches. You can see little marks of gray all over him. He has various white splotches on his shoulder pads. This one especially came out really nice with the mixtures of the white and the black weathering. I'm just so proud of this. I'm one that's very proud of my own work, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I feel like I kind of, I kind of gawk at my own work sometimes, because it's just, you know, I'm a very casual customizer. I don't do anything beyond just repaints, but this is just really nice looking. I think Hasbro should have done this in the first place. I don't know why they didn't add any of these old black scratches, but I decided to, and I think it turned out great. Very, very minor details I had to paint. I did little white splotches on his gray, showing some wearing on the paint. Just so much paint all over. I did not use the shoe polish method on him because I wanted a little more control with the weathering, and I didn't want it to be black as much as I want it to be gray and brown. His boots are a mixture of gray, brown, and red for the weathering there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my customs. I spent a lot of time working on some of these, especially the Horn Company Trooper. Cody actually didn't take that long. I hope you enjoyed this installment of my custom Clone Trooper showcase. No idea when the third one will come out. It'll probably be months and months and months until I've actually acquired and obtained enough custom Clone Troopers to show off another showcase. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know what you think about my customs, especially that Sergeant. Let me know if I should redo that or not, because I don't know, I don't really like that glossy green. You can see I prefer the matte green that I used on the Horn Company Trooper. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook and Instagram pages if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.